Alright, hey guys, kind of doing a update on my quad cab Dakota. Not an update for this, but last video that this was in was the update on my Geo Prism, which I've now sold. I sold that for $1,000. You know, bought it $500, sold it for $1,000, so I made a few hundred on it. But as far as my Dakota, I haven't done too much to it. If you notice in the front, the pods aren't next to the light bar anymore, they're on the bottom. And you can't really notice it on this side. There's not much of a gap between the fender and bumper, but this side is a little lower. For those of you that know me personally know that I hit a deer with this. It was actually a buck. Pretty nice one too. But the fender was kind of pushed in a little bit, and there was a decent amount of gap between the fender and the bumper. But really, I mean, the bumper, it bent it up a little bit, but mostly it just pushed the brackets in, so I readjusted it. And I know, besides that one dent right there, it's okay. It's whatever. It kind of pushed the grill in a little bit too, but whatever. It still drives just fine. As far as any other damage, my trans cooler, all the fins pretty much hit, because the deer, it didn't go under, but it kind of rode my bumper for, you know, a couple feet. Can't really tell, well, I can't really see it anyway, but up here there's like a mount that broke off from the trans cooler, but it's still pretty firm in place and it doesn't leak, so I'm not too bothered about it. You know, if it punctured it, then that'd be another story, but it is what it is. I was more pissed that it, you know, bent it up and bent the cooler line, because that was really the only straight part on the truck. Not that the truck is like dented up and stuff, but it's a Dodge. It's getting kind of rusty. This fender is probably the most rust-free fender. Hey, another little side note, I don't know if you can really see all the stains in the door and stuff. Don't use Rain-X washer fluid. That shit just, you know, it will kind of clean the windshield, but then it'll just streak everything else. It looks like shit. And more depressing, the rust is spread a little bit. I just put some rust stop paint or whatever on it, just to kind of slow down the rust. I threw my cap back on. It looks like crap right now. I gotta put another layer of paint on it, but I painted it black because that mocha tan looking crap just kind of wasn't doing it for blue. Duals are still on and looking sweet. And when it's seen like the previous videos, it's got a white pipe in the duals. There's no muffler, just the caps. This fender has gotten worse too. Kind of pisses me off, because that hole really wasn't there when I bought this truck. It had flares on it, but as you can kind of see the line, I took the flares off. Mostly because I wanted to see. I thought it was a rust-free truck when I bought it. Go figure. I took it off and saw rust. This side is getting a little worse too. Like when I had the flares on it, the only thing I could see was like from, you know, here above. So I just saw a little bit of bubbling. So I was like, probably got some rust starting. And this, it wasn't that close to the gas door before, so I'm really not too fucking thrilled. And there's rust on the bottom down here too. That I didn't even see when I bought the truck. I when I put the cap back on, it was missing glass, so I did a Ghetto Fabulous patch job with some plexiglass. I painted the inside of the plexiglass, just so you know it's still blacked out, kind of like, because these are tinted, so. I don't have a key for this cap, but I plan on it, making a key for it or changing the lock so I can actually lock it. And another place, got some rust starting down there. I'm afraid to poke anymore because it'll probably get bigger. Of course, now the wind picks up. You can tell it's fall. And the clear coat in the hood is basically gone. That's gotten worse. But besides the actual body rusting and stuff, like, the frame on this truck is solid as hell. Like, someone kept the frame clean and all that. And the drivetrain, like, this is one of the most reliable vehicles I've owned. I've driven this up back and forth from Pennsylvania to North Carolina multiple times and never had a problem. This truck eats up road trips. You know, doing 70, maybe turning 1900 RPM, get about 17 miles a gallon on the highway with the AC on. And the last time I drove up to PA and came back, I towed a tow dolly and my geoprism home with it. Didn't skip a beat. I know some people knock on the 4.7 liter, but mine's been great. I guess it's really how you maintain it. I don't really beat on this truck. It's my daily driver. Since I sold the geoprism, this is my daily again. But, you know, I love it. The only thing I wish is it had stick shift. Then I could overlook the rust and everything. But I mean, the automatic shift's fine. I miss stick. But I guess that's about it for this update. Just a quick how you doing for my Dakota. Oh yeah, and we're moving next month, so we won't be at this house much longer. We'll be moving on base for my last year in the Air Force. That's a little bit of a personal update too. Alright, till then.